Let's break down what Jerome Powell just said and what it implies for the markets. Overall, we're left in limbo again. First off, they cut by 25 basis points, and we all knew that. Markets have been pricing this in. The bigger question was, would his tone be hawkish, meaning bad for the markets, or dovish, meaning good for the markets? Let's discuss the hawkish signals first. There is still inflation vigilance, as he says. Inflation has risen recently and remains elevated, and near-term risks to inflation are tilted to the upside. He's reminding markets he's not just going to give the green light and cut like crazy. There were some dovish signals as well, such as job gains have slowed, and downside risk to unemployment has risen, and payroll job gains, just 29,000 per month, running below the break-even rate. This is the first time he has explicitly highlighted labor market risks. He also mentioned that for the dot plot, the median projection for the Fed funds rate is 3.6 by the end of 2020-25. That's a quarter point lower than June. This means 2 more rate cuts are expected in 2025. And again, the markets had more or less priced this in already. However, this labor rhetoric validates more of an easing bias. Overall, you could argue that the general sentiment is slightly dovish, if not neutral. Markets have more or less priced this in. Hence the sideways market movement since the 2 p.m. announcement and his speech. If you check out my video from yesterday, I basically predicted this in more or less his exact words. So once again, we are left somewhat confused with no clear answers, and with everyone and the markets holding their breath, dying to absolutely run. And so we wait. Stay informed, guys.